On a quiet residential street in London, in the middle of a normal weekday morning, one of Britain's most recognizable faces was executed with a single bullet to the head. There were no screams, no witnesses, and no clear motive. More than 2 decades later, the murder of Jill Dando remains one of the most chilling, unsolved crimes of 1999. Jill Dando wasn't just a television presenter, she was a national icon. Millions welcomed her into their homes through shows like Crimewatch and Top of the Pops. She was known for her warmth, her professionalism, and her role in helping police solve real crimes on television. The cruel irony is that despite dedicating part of her career to justice, her own murder would become a mystery no one could solve. On April 26, 1999, just after 11:30 in the morning, Jill returned to her home in Fulham, West London. The street was quiet but not deserted. Neighbors were inside their homes, cars passed by, and the day seemed completely ordinary. As Jill reached her front door and prepared to unlock it, someone approached her from behind. Without warning, a single shot was fired into her head. The weapon was believed to be a small-caliber handgun, possibly fitted with a makeshift silencer. Jill collapsed on her doorstep and died within minutes. The killer fled instantly and vanished without a trace. No one reported hearing a gunshot. No one saw anyone suspicious running away. It was as if the murderer had blended into the neighborhood and disappeared. The killing sparked one of the largest murder investigations in British history. Police interviewed more than 2,500 people and reviewed over 1 million documents. Every aspect of Jill's life was examined. Detectives explored the possibility of a stalker, a professional hit, a crime of revenge, and even a connection to her work on Crimewatch, which had helped put dangerous criminals behind bars. Despite the scale of the investigation, leads repeatedly went cold, and the case seemed to slip further from resolution. In 2000, police arrested Barry George, a socially isolated man who lived nearby and had a history of obsessive behavior and an unhealthy fascination with celebrities. In 2001, he was convicted of Jill Dando's murder. The case against him relied almost entirely on circumstantial evidence, including a single microscopic particle of gunshot residue found in his coat pocket. But there were serious problems. No murder weapon was ever recovered. No DNA placed him at the scene. Experts later questioned whether the forensic evidence was reliable at all. In 2008, Barry George's conviction was overturned, and he was released from prison. Once again, Jill Dando's murder returned to being officially unsolved. Over the years, several theories have continued to haunt the case. Some believe Jill was the victim of a professional assassination, pointing to the calm, precise nature of the killing and the killer's ability to escape undetected. Others suggest a stalker who was never identified, someone who had quietly followed her movements and waited for the perfect moment. Another theory links the crime to Crimewatch, proposing that a criminal seeking revenge targeted Jill as the face of the program. And perhaps the most disturbing possibility of all is that the killer was a complete stranger. Someone who committed the perfect crime in broad daylight and was never caught. More than 25 years later, the case remains open. There have been no arrests, no definitive answers, and no justice. The questions surrounding that quiet London doorstep still linger. Was Jill Dando targeted by someone she knew or by someone she never saw coming? Was the truth missed in the chaos of a massive investigation, or is it still hidden with someone who has never spoken? One thing is certain. Someone somewhere knows exactly what happened that morning in 1999. And until the truth comes out, justice for Jill Dando remains unfinished. If you want more real unsolved mysteries and chilling true crime stories, subscribe. Because some crimes refuse to stay buried,